Islands is a sandbox game on Roblox with a large open world that has many different activities to offer. Now, maybe if you've already heard of Islands, your mind may go, oh, that looks like Minecraft. Or perhaps you go one step ahead and go, oh, that looks like Minecraft Skyblock. Or maybe you're one of the many players that look at it and go, man, this is literally an exact duplicate of Hypixel Skyblock. And honestly to that, yeah, that sounds about right. But if you want the full truth, I think Islands has way more to offer than you think it does. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I used to commit a ton of my time to this game. I made a few neat builds back in 2020 while I was busy sinking my feet pretty deep into it. Like, I made this castle thing, which is honestly way too big for its own good. And it was a little bit too overwhelming of a project for me, so I never ended up filling it in. Or this Valley of Weed I made, in which the weed itself happened to use too many parts that it would lag other mobile players that would walk into it. Which then after the fact, I deemed it worthy of the name Valley of Lost FPS. Did he just crash? I'd show more, but I think you get the idea. I had my run with the game for a bit until the block limit stopped me in my tracks and I just started to slowly forget about it. Until recently. Now, I wasn't too inclined to play it at first because I was super addicted to another MMORPG at the time. But I decided to try it after some pressure from friends. Needless to say, I picked it up around a month ago and had a short playthrough of it with a few of my friends. And dare I say it, it was actually really fun. While the premise of this game is to industrialize and try to Elon Musk your way to the top, and to get as rich as possible so you can flex some poor children on the hub island, I found myself to not really play into that part of the game very much. Instead, me and my friends would dedicate 90% of our time to making some of the most dumb and outrageous shit possible, and just generally trying to get on each other's nerves. The thing I love about this game is there's no right way to play the game. Like, you can choose to be an absolute trading junkie, make a mall and a bunch of OP farms to get as rich as you can, while also avoiding as many women as humanly possible just because you're too focused on that goddamn grind set. Or you can have all the bitches and invite them to your big oversized empty castle like I did, which, oh shit, I forgot it's empty. Okay, maybe not today, but you can still take the time to build some pretty funky stuff without the need for a ridiculous amount of money, so you can actually play it like a proper sandbox. One of my favorite parts about this game is the use of the hub island. Unlike when I last played in 2020, there were only a few shops, a combat island, and a mine. But when I came back to the game in 2022, they had gone absolutely apeshit in adding a plethora of new content to the hub. To name a few examples, the Pirate Island, the Maple Island, and a ton of combat islands, which I mentioned previously, and...
Yo, Linda, you remember these things that I sent you?
Oh no. No. How could I forget that? While my friends and I were playing through the game though, we didn't really touch the hub island until way later. We more so just spent the beginning of our journey griefing the absolute hell out of the island and secluding our only functioning member of the group, Rash, out on his own little island to figure things out while the rest of us fucked around and built an obnoxiously long highway to God knows where.
You'll never find
Oh
me.
my god.
Bro, wait, hold on. I'll be right back. I need to know where this goes.
You really got him. What the heck?
What do you mean?
Is this what we've been doing the whole time?
He's on the fucking trail.
You said we're gonna make a trail of ears.
I don't like it. This has been a great use of resources.
This reminds me of Forrest Gump, bro.
Mercy, I think I left my pickaxe at the other end. Can you go grab it?
I'll be right back, Dream.
Sadly, I don't have
Thanks,
that.
man.
So I'm watching the slow depletion of our island's resources for a fucking line. Anybody want to come over here and have a picnic?
I just saw the turn.
Oh my god. Yeah, you could say we were pretty productive with our time. Eventually, we did start to establish something somewhat resembling a base, and we finally gave up on making Rashout's life a living hell and stopped griefing the only path to the Hub Island port. And as I started to look around and explore, one thing that was added since I last played in 2020 really stuck out to me in particular. The bosses in this game are pretty damn cool. Since coming back, I realized they added a jumbo Unga Bunga boss to each island with custom movesets to make grinding mobs a lot less repetitive than this. No, I'm not kidding. This is literally all there used to be. I can't exactly apply that statement to the behalf of every boss though, since bosses like the King Slime can just get evaporated faster than the eye can see due to a bunch of woman-star mongrels camping in the middle with an auto clicker. Are you fucking kidding me? But most of the bosses have pretty cool functionality and don't, in fact, get evaporated in less than a second, making grinds feel much more fruitful and entertaining than your typical run-of-the-line Swordburst 2 gameplay. And a few of them even have some pretty cool voice lines.
That's gonna be a great video, guys.
I think your audience will be very happy with
I'll
awesome.
come back 6 months later and be like, bro, this is what we came back for. Versus saying "aw" for 20 minutes of the video.
His voice lines are very unique.
What does he say?
Yeah, I don't think they thought too hard about the name of this boss. It's not just the combat islands that utilize bosses. There's sometimes events or even separate islands like the Maple Island that have a quest line to unlock certain bosses. Like this deer elk thing that's... Whoa. Holy shit, that's pretty tanky. How much health does this chonker even have? Oh. Uh-huh. Okay then. So, at the beginning of the video, I talked about how everyone compares this game to Hypixel Skyblock, which is still pretty true for the most part. But you ever heard of a Minecraft mod called Tech It? Well, I'm not going to go in depth, but it basically just plays the game for you. Eventually, some goofy-ass Roblox dev probably saw this and went, oh wow, I really love these two things. And then kapow, bada bing, bada boom. They were like, OMG, look at my new Roblox game. Thus Islands was maybe probably not created from this. But I like my theory better anyways. So now you've got this cool Skyblock MMORPG game thing with all these weird machines that play the game for your lazy ass. Now all you gotta do is grab the maybe don't do that. And embrace your inner bitchless Sigma grind and slap around that King Slime a couple hundred times to get some fancy slime gears. And you'll be using these bad boys to make these funny machines. Now, if you're like me, creating industrial shit is boring. And to be quite honest with you, I don't even want to take the time to figure out how this monkey shit works. I'd rather take a Dorito and eat it sideways so it hits the roof of my mouth. But if you're also as smart as I am, you'll be prepared for that and make sure to grab a friend who will do all of said monkey shit for you. Enter my good friend Rash out. Hey, Rash, could you
No, I'm not making you a fucking lumber mill.
God, this is taking so long to chop down.
I'm not gonna make you a fucking lumber mill. I'll shut the fuck up.
You're such a cutie.
You're a fucking bitch.
If you don't happen to be as smart as me and making industrial stuff actually sounds pretty interesting to you, this monkey shit is honestly pretty in depth, and there's a lot you can do with it in ways you can infinitely expand it. What I'm showing on screen right here is basically just a portion of the craftable things you can use for automated farms, which is, must I mention, barely scraping the surface. Tired of chopping trees? Boom, industrial lumber mill. Problem solved. Smelting ores through the furnace by hand proved to be too much of a chore? Boom, industrial smelter. Problem solved. Trying to farm your crops by hand, but you're too accustomed to the city life to do it yourself? Boom. Place down a totem next to a bunch of crops. It'll kind of plop it down on this conveyor belt thingy and oh, bloop, goes down the hole and there you go. Problem solved. Didn't even have to touch a thing. You can see where this is going, though sadly, I'm sorry to say there's no industrial machine that'll cure your crippling depression or help you feel the warm, gentle touch of a woman. Shh, I know. Reality's harsh, but maybe subscribing to the channel can help you with that instead. I see a lot of people pick up this game, explore a bit of the content, make a few farms to get a bit of cash, then quit. I feel like people are a little bit too accustomed to extremely linear games like your everyday simulator. But at the core of Islands, it's ultimately a sandbox. And what do you do in a sandbox game? Well, you build stupid, redundant shit and waste your time. No, I'm not kidding. And I know it sounds stupid, but as someone who picked this game up on release and made a factory base and quit, picked it up again in 2020 and tried putting more effort in the builds, I learned that investing yourself into things that don't objectively matter can drastically change your experience with the game. And you don't even need to be a good builder. Here's an example. Right off the bat with my co-op island, my friends immediately set off on a journey to make what we would later call the Trail of Tears. Was it stupid? Very. Was it objectively a complete waste of time? You better bet. But do you know what it did do for us? It made the experience way more memorable and gave us countless hours of entertainment off the stupid shit we'd find to do with it. To the point where we even made it snake its way all the way across the entire map to make the journey as miserable as possible. Here's some of my favorite moments this brought us.
Guys, I'm on the way.
It just falls off because he taps the D key a singular time.
Guys, I'm almost there.
Oh, he made it. That's unfortunate.
You're so evil.
I mean, hey, buddy. Hey, Mercy.
Fall?
I got the ground underneath it.
No, you're so evil.
Oh my god, there are clouds. Can I touch them?
They're
Like,
tangible, you know.
that's scary to think about, actually, that we made it up this high.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't you see it?
I see it now.
I told you it's going into the clouds.
You guys were gonna like, yeah, just end it. No, there's no end to the Trail of Tears. It's infinite sadness of people that lived in America before they were supposed to. Maybe I shouldn't be naming it that.
Dream's laughing so hard right now.
He is at the moment.
You sound like a walrus.
I really like a walrus. As opposed to walruses. Come on, it has to be walrus.
Hey honey, look, a bunch of walleye on the rock.
I'd slap the shit out of my wife if she said that.
I think that goes for a lot of other situations as well.
Hey,
How was your day at work, honey?
And you can clip that.
What's a good marital relationship without constant domestic abuse?
Exactly. Ask Johnny Depp.
At one point, Coot discovered that by making the trail out of obsidian, no one could see the path at midnight. I literally had to download a shader extension called Roshade just so I could see where the path was. I have to turn on shaders just to get to my fucking base. I'm not on anything right now. I can't see shit.
I think it's gotten darker.
It does look like it's gotten darker. I can't see anything.
Oh,
The road is like...
You
where is
can't
it?
even see the
Oh,
tower.
shit.
Now, I'm not saying that you have to make your own Trail of Tears, but what I am saying is that it was really funny. If you've seen the Game Passes for Islands, you'll probably notice a Game Pass brandishing a pro rank. What this rank lets you do is host your own island so people can hit the randomizer and end up on your island so you can show off your empty bitchless castle. Oh, that's just me. Okay. But what most people use this for is to bring people to their shop so they can buy or sell random garbage to generate uber amounts of cash, all for just a small price of... Oh, The thing about malls though is that most people go there just to beg for random items, which I personally find pretty annoying. But some people take advantage of this to get their player counts up, to get their island to reach the top of the page and host drop parties, which I personally love to attend so I can grab all of my useless shit that nobody wants and dump it all over random strangers. I just find it hilarious because the hungry souls who accidentally pick up my shitty ass mundane dandelions get upset and dump it back on the floor in disgust. Now, I have the Pro Game Pass in the game, and for the end of our brief playthrough, we decided to publish our island so anyone could join, and ping my Discord server to come for a surprise. So basically, we brought the players onto the island with the premonition of walking on our trail for lots of gold as a prize. But actually, there was no cash prize, but instead a wild rash out at the end waiting for oncoming victims.
Great, our first visitor. Oh, he's running.
Oh my god, look at him run! So it looks like Tarpe and 6SD are in the front. Are they gonna go up the build? Nope, they're going
There we
straight
go.
on.
I love Godzilla 2021, who has more money than all of us, and is still fucking racing on this shit.
It'd be a shame if you fell.
Someone said Monty.
Alright, that's one. Yum.
Come.
The catches. Maybe you should have asked questions before.
No, he's gonna watch what happens. Would be a shame if you. No!
Oh my god.
Look how far I am!
What if you put like a single hole in the middle of the road to just fall into a valley?
Oh my god. I love the
No, he's too
dinosaurs.
fast.
Bye, Simp.
Oh my god.
Simp.
Did he fall?
Simp doesn't seem to understand.
I see a
Hi.
dot in chat.
He survived everything but the last one.
I broke like single blocks at the end. The best part is people try jumping on them when you can just sprint across them.
And it worked?
I've been seeing people jump across. It's been really funny.
Oh my god! That's evil!
Look at this too. People will try and jump on each one of these. It's
People will
great.
try to parkour that. That's definitely something they would do. Oh my god, it's inflicted in life. They're debating whether to jump.
I'm gonna jump right in front of him. What'd he say? He's fast. We can def make it.
3, 2, 1. That's going in the vid. That was Simplexidus. He got over finally.
Yo, what about life?
Life is stuck on the other side. He just said, bro.
I was fucking
Simultaneously
crying.
ate shit.
Holy shit, they actually jumped over the wall.
Sim goes, where'd you go, Life? I fell. Wow, what a loser. Off the ladder, bro.
Now, I have problems. No, not those kinds of problems. I mean problems with the game. This game is honestly fantastic, but I think it has one small fault: the block limit. This is solely what stopped me from playing in 2020. Now, I'm not sure if this can even be fixed, but I wish there was an option to surpass the block limit with some restrictions or requirements for a higher power PC or something. I'm a huge advocate for making mega builds, so this is a weak point in my motivation personally. All in all though, don't get me wrong, this game's great. Don't let this minuscule thing drive you away from playing. It's honestly not a big deal at all. Want to know a fun fact? Did you know that some breeds of turtles can breathe out of their ass? I know, what a bunch of idiots, right? It's probably the same idiots who sit around and auto-click that king slime. Here's another one. Did you know that it's scientifically proven that if you're clicking off of this video right now, you're a bitch? It's not my words, it's not my words. I know, trust me. It's all science. If you're still here and you felt like this video was worth your time, comment down below and tell me what game you're enjoying right now on Roblox. I might even reply or check it out myself. Or pass this video to your friends. You probably don't realize it, but it helps me out way more than you'd think.